that the Tories are, I don't know, Liverpool Football Club?
Who do you fear more?
Oh, I said that I got asked that question actually. Would I Liverpool or the Conservative Party? And I actually chose Liverpool, which is saying something. Because whilst we see football differently, people in Liverpool work hard. They want a fair and equal future. They want opportunity and belief, and they are aligned with, I suppose, Mancunians and the rest of this country. I don't believe it's just a northern issue. This.
No.
You will get support because they recognise it's the right thing to do.
Brilliant. Right, now we're going to move on to a bit of politics. I know that one of the things that you two have bonded over the last few months was your, should we say diplomatically, dislike of Boris Johnson that you both mutually share. So what are you making of Liz Truss so far then, Gary? Tell us what you really think.
Look, the first thing to say is that obviously she has the seat, and it's really important that we all know what the end goal is here. When you have a winning team, you have aligned goals, and that means you've got to put your personal interests aside. You may not agree with every single current Labour policy. You may not even agree with certain aspects of what are going on, but you have to make sure that there is laser focus in this next 18 months, 2 years, to make sure that there is a change. This is a tired, failing government. It is. And when you have someone, either in a football club, in a business, or in a political party, that are in power for too long, you get this level of division, tiredness. They don't know, they can't see the wood for the trees. And in terms of Liz Truss, I mean, obviously she's only been in a couple of weeks. It's been an outstanding beginning, hasn't it? She's tanked the pound lower than my reputation in Liverpool. I mean, what worries me is, I know that the tax cuts last week, there was no high net worth, wealthy person on over £150,000 a year wanting a tax break last week, but they got it. And yet they did it. But that didn't really tell me the most about them. What worried me, not what worried me the most, but what told me the most about them was that last week, Kwasi Kwarteng, in his new house, went and knocked on Liz's door and said, what I think we should do this week in the midst of a cost of living crisis, energy crisis, people worried about paying their bills, people worried about food, I think we should remove the cap on bankers' bonuses. How can you possibly, in a million years, think that way? I think they're the only man and woman in this country that thought that would be a good idea last week. And we're still fresh in the mind from the banking crisis 15 years ago, and yet they still went and did it. And I have to say that there's this suggestion that, you know, Liz Truss is a woman who goes for what she really wants, but she was once a Liberal Democrat, and she was once a Remainer. She's now a Tory, and she's now a Brexiteer. And I got told last week that, we got told last week, I think it was maybe you that exposed it, Keir, that the reason that she didn't give the burden of the energy costs to the energy companies because she once worked for Shell. I mean, on that particular point, I saw also that they froze the alcohol prices. I mean, do we assume that she once had a part-time gig at Bargain Booze or something? I mean, so from that point of view, I have to say that the time has come for them to leave office. It really has. The general election can't come sooner. And we can sit in here from whatever background you come from. We were brought up by our parents and our grandparents to know what right and wrong was, to know that you look after people, you treat people well, and they don't do that. They don't do that.